Story one, fellas. Story one, fellas. Let's see how long we can last for getting scared again.
It was by the edge of town. It opened every October of every year. It sat right by the woods appropriately and had 3 attractions: the main haunted house, a corn maze, and a haunted trail through the woods. I guess I'll name my friends now: Rod, James, and Bud. That's not his real name, that's just his nickname. We started with the haunted house, which was decently high
He's got
quality
a
and had a few
nickname.
good scares.
Spooky.
We made our way through the corn maze. It started out kind of slow, just a lot of turns through the corn we'd have to make. But then the scary antics began. A guy dressed as a freaky scarecrow man emerged from the corn and screamed at us.
If you guys haven't
Causing
already,
us to scream as well.
you guys really want
He
to check
started
out
to chase after us, and we
Dr.
ran.
Evil Zeus.
I was in the back of the
They're
horse,
good people.
and the scarecrow was right behind me.
Like straight up. So
Knowing it's just a
on that channel, I got a lot of videos going.
Chasing after you, so you just feel like you have to run
That was the
away.
false, in case you didn't know that. But I got a lot of videos
Running
coming
away through
to the
corn,
channel,
I lost
and
all
yeah,
my friends.
it's gonna be sick.
It seemed like all of us ran in different
Well, I mean, I already
directions.
did.
I lost the scarecrow man though, and got back
I already
to the
made a
trail
lot of
between
videos.
the
I'm
rocks.
done for the day.
This is where the nightmare began. I called and yelled and screamed for my friends as I made wrong turn after wrong turn. They never called back. In fact, it seemed there were no other visitors in sight. I had to finish the maze by myself. What choice did I have? I walked and walked for what felt like 20 minutes, and I heard bustling in the corn in front of me. I slowed my pace and kind of tiptoed past the noise, but it was pointless. Something reached out from the corn and grabbed my wrist and squeezed it tight. I actually cried out in pain and yelled, "Stop, you're
I like
hurting
how
me."
we're at season 2 here.
I was actually in shock how hard
Season
this
1
kid
was a
actor was
journey.
squeezing my wrist.
We
Then
only
he
did
tried
like
pulling me into the
4
crops.
videos.
I didn't see who it was. I just saw his hand and arm, covered by a black
But they were
coat sleeve
good
and
videos.
black glove. I yanked myself out from the grip and backed away as the actor came out from the crops into the path. He was wearing a heavy winter coat, black jeans, and a blank black face mask. I didn't know what the costume was supposed to be, but I literally yelled, "Go fuck yourself, you actually hurt me."
Bro.
He started running at me, and naturally I turned and ran as fast as I could through the corn to lose him. I yelled back, "I'm reporting you," and I quickly lost him. After 5 minutes of running straight through the corn as opposed to following the maze of trails, I came to the edge of the maze and went to find an employee. I reported the actor to the employee, saying he used way too much force to the point that my wrist actually hurt. The employee said he wasn't sure who was wearing the specific costume I described, but that he'd look into it. I thanked him, and then I looked at my phone. I had a missed call from James. I called him back to ask where the 3 of them were. He said they tried finding me, then they gave up and went to the haunted trail in the woods. I said I'd meet them and hung up. I walked over to the start of the trail, where they had the Halloween ambiance blasting through a bunch of speakers placed throughout. I stepped into the woods, feeling like I was the only one around besides my friends.
Something was
I
blasting
tried playing
throughout.
catch up to my friends when I stopped
You know,
in
it'd
my
be like
tracks after spotting
1 mile
the
from
guy
the
blocking the path. It
setting,
was the guy in the coat and black mask.
and you just hear,
He didn't even give me time to react or say something. Right away, he started legit charging full speed at me. I turned right and ran into the woods, expecting to lose him easier. This time I called back, "I'm calling the police." I wasn't actually, but I thought that might get this guy to just leave me alone. I ran deeper into the woods until I didn't hear him chasing me anymore. Then I sat down on the root of a tree to catch my breath. I had time to think, and one of my thoughts was, did that guy really follow me from the corn maze to here? Then I heard footsteps approaching, and of course, at that exact moment, my iPhone started ringing. I silenced my phone, but now the footsteps had stopped. I pushed myself up off the root quietly and leaned to the side to get a view past the tree. It looked clear. I started to run back towards the path of the attraction and immediately spotted him to my right. I said to myself, fuck it. I stopped and told him I'm suing the place because of him. But he didn't stop running at me. He got to me and pushed me to the floor. I didn't expect it. I was once again in shock. I got back up as fast as I could before he could get on top of me and booked it. He chased me, but when I got back to the path towards the entrance of the attraction, he stopped and turned around. I went straight to the little front office shack and asked for a manager. Some older guy greeted me, and I told him about the guy who was chasing me and attacking me. The man said they didn't have any actors wearing that specific attire, so he called the police, and eventually I got my friends to meet me where I was. I stayed to describe the happening to the police when they showed up. I didn't have any marks to show them, but they still took a report and the place was closed for the night. We all went home after that. I haven't been to any haunted attractions ever since.
Sounds like FNAF. Huh. Do this for episode 2.